Hello, I'm Chetan Narula reporting for Cricket World, and I'll be discussing the second week of the 2017 Indian Premier League season. Again, my current pit stop is Delhi only. I'll be stationed throughout this IPL in Delhi itself, and behind me you can see the Firoz Shah Kotla. Not as loud as full of activity as it was last week, perhaps. That is because Delhi are not playing any matches at home this weekend. They'll be back. They're playing Mumbai Indians on Saturday. That is tomorrow, 22nd April. That match is happening in Mumbai at the Wankhede. So not too much activity. You know, the hoardings and everything still in position. There'll be a lot more buzz next week when the Daredevils are back in town. So now let's talk about what's happened in last week. In the last 1 week or so, quite a few matches. It was an Easter weekend, so Good Friday and an Easter weekend. So 4 days successively, there were double headers: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So 8 matches there. Quite a bit of shaping it has done for the points table. Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders setting the early pace. Remember, Sunrisers Hyderabad were among the top table toppers last week, but these two teams, with their consistent run of form in this 1 week, have overtaken them. Mumbai Indians now sitting top of the table with 10 points from 6 matches. That's 5 victories for them. Kolkata Knight Riders, 5 matches. They are second in the points table with 8 points, but they have a better run rate, +1, as compared to Mumbai Indians, 0.6. Again, positive 0.6. So as and when Kolkata Knight Riders as and when they play their next game and in fact win their next game, then they might just overtake Mumbai Indians on equal number of matches. Then there's Sunrisers Hyderabad, who also have 8 points, but they have played 6 matches already, so that's third position. Delhi Daredevils, well, they're still fourth. They're still in the playoff zone. They have only 4 points from their 5 matches. It's not been a good week for them. We'll talk more about that a bit later. Kings 11 Punjab, they played 6 matches and they are on 4 points as well. And it's a tie, another 2 teams for 4 points as well. That's Royal Challengers Bangalore and Rising Pune Supergiant, who each won a game in this past week, belying their poor form. So 4 teams on 4 points. It as always, when like it happens in the Indian Premier League, it's going to get hectic in the middle of the table. There's going to be one team that falls just way behind, and the others just getting the third and fourth spot. That becomes the real battle. At the moment, though, the last place team is Gujarat Lions. Just the 1 victory for them in 5 matches. However, you cannot say that they are just out of it yet. That's perhaps a couple of weeks away, and we don't really know if it's going to be Gujarat Lions, but they really have some catching up to do. That's just 2 points for them, sitting last in the table, just the 1 win in the 5 matches that they've played so far. Now let's just take a look at what's really happened this week. It's been a week for the bowlers, really. You don't get to say that too much in the T20 format. More for pacers than for leg spinners or off spinners. I really don't remember any particular off spinner making much of an impact. There was a left arm spinner making an impact, Shahbaz Nadeem, but he's not played the last 2 matches for Delhi, which is surprising. I'll come back to that a bit more. Ravindra Jadeja came back for Gujarat Lions, but he hasn't been able to make a huge impact for them in the last 2 games. The bowlers who have made an impact, well, there were 2 hat-tricks in this past week, the first 2 hat-tricks of the IPL season, and both happened in the same day. So it was Andrew Tye who picked up 5 wickets for the Gujarat Lions, and that came against Rising Pune Supergiant. And then there was Samuel Badri who picked up 4 wickets. That came against Mumbai Indians, and a bit of displacement there, but Andrew Tye finishing up with 5 wickets, Samuel Badri finishing up with 4 wickets, and and Samuel Badri, despite the fact, and that's where Mumbai's resilience came forward, despite the fact that they lost 4 very, very quick wickets, but they were chasing a very, very small target, which has also been a bit of a factor here in this IPL season, that the targets to chase, or the targets that have been set at Bangalore, which is a hard-hitting ground, a high-scoring ground, they have not been too tall targets. Gujarat Lions were able to beat Super Giants thanks to Andrew Tyer's performance, and they got their 2 points, the only 2 points they have in this IPL so far. Mumbai Indians, however, were able to overcome Samuel Badri's hat-trick, and they got that win over RCB. For RCB, Virat Kohli is back. That's been the good news. He's scoring runs, as always. That's never in doubt. But there's something distorted about their team's functionality. There's a lack of balance there. Chris Gayle missed one of the matches. He came back and smacked quite a lot of runs in his customary fashion against the Gujarat Lions in Rajkot, and in doing so crossed 10,000 runs, 10,000 T20 runs. He's hit more than 756s or something. I saw a statistic on Twitter. 756s around the world in T20 cricket. That's a staggering number, whichever way you look at it. And the good thing is he's not done yet. What are the other highlights? Well, 2 hat-tricks apart, there was another 5-wicket haul. That was Bhuvneshwar Kumar's 5 wickets, and thanks to that, Sunrisers Hyderabad were able to beat Kings 11 Punjab at home. Match of the week, well, I would say Kolkata Knight Riders versus Delhi Daredevils, or the other way around, Delhi Daredevils versus Kolkata Knight Riders, because it happened right here at the Firoz Shah Kotla. Now let's talk about what the Delhi Daredevils have done in their last 2 games. Remember, last week they were still, yes, they were among the top 4 teams. They had 2 wins out of 3 matches with 4 points. Now they have 2 wins out of 5 matches, again with 4 points. So they've lost their last 2 games. The first one against Kolkata Knight Riders, and it happened here, like I said, again in the Kotla, and then they lost to Sunrisers Hyderabad in Hyderabad. One of the key factors in both these games was that Shahbaz Nadeem, their left-arm spinner who opens the bowling, was not playing. Now, the peculiar point is that he has an economy of 4.9 in 10 overs in the first 3 matches. How do you drop a bowler like that? Well, the factor here is that they had Gautam Gambhir opening at the Kotla for Kolkata. He's a left-hander. Then you had David Warner, Yuvraj Singh, Shikhar Dhawan for Sunrisers Hyderabad. So there's this feeling that, okay, you don't want the left-arm spinner to bowl to the left-handed batsman. But then they brought in Mohammad Shami in place of Nadeem against Kolkata. He went for a lot of runs, around 30 runs in 3 overs. Amit Mishra, the experienced leg spinner, he went for runs, while Manish Pandey scored his second half century of the season and made a strong claim for a Champions Trophy spot. At the time of this shoot, we just came to know that KL Rahul has almost ruled himself out of contention for the Champions Trophy because of his shoulder injury. He's been operated upon, so it opens a spot, and Manish Pandey will be eyeing that spot for sure. So coming back to the game, he got a sixer of the of the fourth ball of the last over, and then they crossed over to on the penultimate ball of the game. So Kolkata Knight Riders ran it a bit close, but were able to chase it down. What happened in Hyderabad? Again, Nadeem was not playing, but this time Jayant Yadav came into the side. But that's not really the point. The bowling was taken apart. Sunrisers won the toss and batted first, making sure that Delhi Daredevils will have to chase, something that they don't really like doing. Remember, in Bangalore, they could not chase 158 runs. So that's something that they do not like to do. So they put on 191 runs, and Rishabh Pant fell for a duck. They got a good start. Sam Billings and Sanju Samson gave a good start. Karun Nair scored a few runs. He's still not really in form, just scored the 33 odd runs. First time he's crossed 30 since that triple 100 in Chennai against England. That was 4 months ago, December, a long time. So Rishabh Pant coming in, scoring a few, not scoring anything. He got out for first ball duck, and then something peculiar happened with the run rate climbing. Needing 8 and over, 9 and over, 10 and over. You had Shreyas Iyer and Angelo Matthews at the crease, and the team management was not sending out any messages, get hit out or hit big, or just let Chris Morris bat. I mean, there was nothing going out. The big question is, how can you imagine chasing 192 runs in 20 overs without Chris Morris facing a single delivery? Yes, Chris Morris did not face a single ball in that game. This guy, this South African all-rounder, has a strike rate of 240 in this 2017 IPL. So you either could have sent him, immediately after Rishabh Pant got out, or you could have sent him ahead of Shreyas Iyer, or you could have sent him ahead of Angelo Matthews, or you could have sent messages to them, just don't stay at the wicket, no more running, just hit out or get out. So that didn't happen. None of that happened. And it was really staggering to watch. It was, in T20 cricket, teams usually tend to formulate different strategies for different scenarios. Delhi seemed to have only one particular formula. They seem to be pretty unidimensional, and unless that changes, they are not going to be winning a lot of matches. So poor selection and ridiculous strategy for that. DD get Delhi Daredevils, double Ds as the commentators say. So Danny Morrison. So wooden spoon of the week for the Delhi Daredevils. Weird fact of the week: Aaron Finch didn't play one of Gujarat Lions games because his kit hadn't arrived from Pune to Rajkot in time. It's a complex flight structure. There are not many direct flights into Rajkot. I'm not sure if IPL teams have chartered flights or not. So that's one small point there. Batsman of the week. Well, bowlers of the week, we've seen the 3 bowlers, 2 hat-trick takers, 2 5-wicket hauls. Who's been the batsman of the week? And that is Delhi's very own Nitish Rana. Only last night he scored 60 odd runs and took Mumbai to victory against Kings 11 Punjab. That's Thursday night in Indore. They were chasing 198 and they chased it down in 15 overs. That's been one of the key elements for the Mumbai Indians, that their batting order has really started producing runs, despite the fact that Rohit Sharma is not really scoring too many runs at the moment, just the odd innings so far, but really on a roll right now. And an odd statistic for the Mumbai Indians as well: they have not used even a single player that they have bought in the 2017 player auctions. They didn't buy too many, but whoever they've bought, they haven't used them so far. So that goes to show how good the bench strength already was at Mumbai Indians. And they're using the same set formula. They have Hardik Pandya, Harbhajan Singh, Lasat Malinga, Krunal Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah. How do you disturb that bowling attack? And then they have a very good batting lineup. Kieran Pollard scoring that 70 odd, despite the fact that the top order had gone, and then shepherding his side to victory against RCB, despite a top order collapse that, like I've said so many times now. So Mumbai Indians have really been on a roll, winning all their 3 matches in this past week. So they are the team of the week. Kolkata Knight Riders not too far behind, but two victories for them. But there's a certain dominance about Mumbai Indians. They're really playing like champions. 2-time champions they already are, and on current form, on the way they're playing right now, on the way they are taking wickets and chasing runs and factoring in situations, and with the same set of players, they are playing like champions at the moment. Whether they can sustain that remains to be seen. But coming back to the batsman of the week, Nitish Rana, he now has quite a few half centuries. I think that's 3 half centuries, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong. Could be 4 half centuries. I'm not sure. I think there was a score of 45 and 3 half centuries. But the bottom line is, he is the orange cap winner at the moment. I'm talking about the day after Mumbai Indians have beaten Kings 11 Punjab in dominant style. So he has made a name for himself playing such immaculate ballistic knocks for the Mumbai Indians. Could he get a call up for the Indian team? There was a lot of Twitter activity this morning, especially after last night's innings. He didn't even hit a single 4 in that 62-run knock, all 6s, 7 6s in fact. So there's a little bit of talk whether he can come to the Indian side for the Champions Trophy or not. At this moment, I would say it's a bit difficult. It's an ICC tournament and he's not really had any experience on the international stage. There are a couple of more contenders for the middle order spot. The openers are sealed. Number 3, 4, 5 is sealed. Any permutations you could have is perhaps the third opener slot or the extra middle order batsman. There are quite a few options. Kedar Yadav is already part of the first choice 11. So there's Manish Pandey, Ajinkya Rahane, Rishabh Pant, who can keep wickets as well, Dinesh Karthik, who's been in magnificent form in domestic cricket, and he's carried a bit of that form into the IPL as well. So he can also keep wickets. So, and whether the Indian selectors want a third spinner in the side, whether they want an extra pacer in the side. So a lot of factors up in the air for the Champions Trophy squad. So I wouldn't count on it for Nitish Rana to get an Indian team's call-up for the Champions Trophy. However, India will be playing a lot of limited overs cricket this season. They'll be visiting the West Indies, Sri Lanka, and Australia coming home as well. So quite a few ODI matches to go around, and a few T20 matches in there as well. So it won't be surprising if at some point we do get to see Nitish Rana in Indian colours. Now, talking about the three teams that are lagging behind, and that is Super Giants, Gujarat Lions and Royal Challengers Bangalore. Like I said, they are all trying to stay afloat, especially Gujarat Lions. However, unlike, say, somebody at the top, you're looking at you're looking at Sunrisers Hyderabad, beg your pardon, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Mumbai Indians, Kolkata Knight Riders. These three teams have a set combination really. You have Delhi Daredevils who also have a set combination, but they are not very adaptive to various situations. Kings 11 Punjab also have a set combination. The only problem for them is their bowling is not really coming together at the moment. They have, a good performance here, a good performance there. Even last night, I forgot to mention that, Hashim Amla scoring the second 100 of this IPL season after Sanju Samson, his maiden IPL 100 as well. So, yeah, despite that, despite Amla's 100, despite scoring 198, they lost out in 15 overs. So that's a huge blow. That shows that there's some weakness in their bowling. Ishant Sharma going for 58 runs in 4 overs. He's not really a limited overs bowler anymore. So a lot of factors up in the air for Kings 11 Punjab. They're not coming together at the moment. But when you look at these three sides, Super Giants, Gujarat Lions and the Royal Challengers Bangalore, there is an inherent obviousness about the fact that they do not know who their best 11 players are. They do not know what is their best combination yet, their best batting order. You look at Pune, they don't know what to do with MS Dhoni, whether he should bat at 4, whether he should bat at 5. And then, when you juggle him, there's also Manoj Tiwari. You don't know whether he'll bat at number 6. He played a finishing knock, helped the side win, getting that one win in this past week. Then you have Gujarat Lions, who have so many overseas players that they don't know how to balance them in the playing 11. And it's the same case with the Royal Challengers Bangalore as well. Chris Gayle has scored a few runs. AB de Villiers out injured after playing just the one match. So a lot of things up in the air for all these three sides. Lots on stake in what is going to be another crucial week in the IPL. Unless you start winning some matches, the gap to the top teams might just increase and it gets a bit more difficult to get those points in. Well, that's about the roundup of the second week of the IPL. I'll be seeing you next week, and we'll be bringing you updates and all the happenings from week 3 of the 2017 IPL.